So I just asked this of Frankie. I remember earlier this year, Matt said that you guys, this team, the way it's kind of constructed, has a hidden margin for error. How tough is that to kind of walk that line all year? I mean, you guys played very well defensively today, but it wasn't enough.
Man, it's tough, man, because we keep talking about the same thing each and every week, each and every day, man. Do your job. You know what I mean? I mean, how much more do we got to keep saying that for people to actually click in? You know what I mean? I mean, it's okay to have a missed assignment, you know what I mean, once, but not repeatedly. You know what I mean? In other words, that's just being a repeat offender. And, you know what I mean, we get paid to do this game. We get paid to go out here and play, give the fans what they want, you know what I mean? And we can't keep having these mistakes. And defensive side, I mean, that kind of just falls on me as a captain and making sure I keep and hold everybody accountable, even myself.
Jonathan Alexander, then Will Kunkel, please.
What do you think needs to happen for you all to kind of get that, get what you're saying right now?
We just got to grow up and do our jobs. I mean, we get paid to come out here and play football, right? I mean, you get paid to do your job. You know what I mean? This is a job. Each and every day, each and every day is an interview. You know what I mean? Especially, and everybody knows in this business, you get fired just like that. You know what I mean? This is how we feed our family. So it's like, you got to take this serious. You got to go out there and do your job. Even though you don't make the play, if somebody else makes the play, that's you doing your job. You know what I mean? And that's one thing we just got to focus on. And we got one more game. We're going to go in here and watch this game. I feel like the defense, though, we played great today. We had some mishaps and a couple big runs. But I feel like we played great today.
If I could ask a quick follow-up, do you think that's a product of youth or being undisciplined, or what do you think that is a product of?
Man, I have no idea. It could be a little bit of both. It could just be guys, you know what I mean, just forgetting, you know what I mean, what you got to do. But, I mean, that's the biggest. That's what I probably get out of all that.
Shaq, when you talk about guys not doing their jobs and not doing their assignments, is there anything specifically you're talking about? Or are you just talking about
I'm just talking about being in your gap. If you got a gap to be in your gap. If you got somebody to cover your guy. You know what I mean? And a lot of people do it. I mean, even I make mistakes. You know what I mean? I'm not the perfect person out there. But majority of us, we got to just do our jobs.
Nick Carboni, and then shoot quick, please.
Jack, were there any specific plays? I mean, you're kind of referencing today where that happened. And is it communication issues, either pre-snap or something on the sideline?
I mean, there's some plays out there. I'm not going to throw nobody under the bus, but there's some plays out there. You know what I mean? We came here, talked about it in the locker room, and we got to correct it. You know what I mean? If we say do something, do it. You know what I mean? There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If we got to blitz. If you got to stay in your gap, stay in your gap. You know what I mean? There's just some plays out there. I mean, the guys we talked about it, they know. So I'm not going to throw nobody under the bus or nothing like that. But, you know what I mean, as a defense, we got to play as one. We got to communicate. We got to go out there and execute.
It's always tough when you're going through a losing skid. Then you get the reports like what came out from The Athletic earlier this week. As one of the leaders on this team,
I don't. What came out? I don't be on social media, so I don't know.
It was a report talking about how Matt Rule has lost the locker room, so to speak, and different issues that players are having and things like that with his coaching tactics, some of the college guys on the roster, and whether he's shown any type of favoritism. But as a leader on this team, I know you didn't see it, but when negative things like that are going on and you're in the middle of a losing streak, how do you address that in the locker room?
Man, just got to keep our heads up, man. We got to keep fighting for each other. I mean, at the end of the day, you know what I mean? I learned from Luke and TD, man. The biggest thing is keep pounding, you know what I mean? That's what keep pounding really solidifies is, you know what I mean? Regardless of what's going on, you got to keep fighting. You know what I mean? Everybody knows about the Sam Mills thing and how he went down, and that's how it all started, you know what I mean? And that culture, we got to keep that going. Like, regardless of we losing, we got to come out here and keep playing. We got to come out here and keep playing. You know what I mean? This, like I keep saying, this is our job. You know what I mean? We get paid to do this. If you don't love it, then don't play. If you don't gonna have passion to go out there, regardless if you're losing, then don't come to work. Like, honestly, we don't need you. But, you know what I mean, this locker room, though, there's a lot of guys who come in here each and every day, regardless, losing, winning, draw, whatever. We're going to come in here and work. I don't know what you talking about with people in the locker room. He lost the locker room and stuff like that. I don't think he lost the locker room.
I didn't say. I'm just saying it was alluded to in the article.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying you in the article. You know what I mean? I don't know who said that. You know what I mean? I don't think the locker room was lost at all. You know what I mean? People may be frustrated. Yeah. I mean, anybody will be frustrated going on a losing streak. You know what I mean? But this guys right here, man, we're gonna stick together. We're gonna fight regardless. You know what I mean? So that's that question.
Shaq.
We need to wrap up here, so we're going to go to Joe and David to finish off, please, quickly. Thank you.
Shaq, it's just kind of a follow-up to Sheena. I mean, have you kind of just reached a frustrating point at week 17 more so than earlier in the year? You just seem really kind of frustrated.
Man, hell yeah, I'm frustrated. You know what I mean? Busting my ass. We all busting our ass. You know what I mean? To go out there and fight and to win and not to have the outcome, you know what I mean? Frustrating. But, you know, each and every day we're going to go in there. We're going to go in there tomorrow. You know what I mean? We're going to get the corrections, and we're going to attack next week, which is Tampa. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. Right now we, 5-11? Right? It is what it is. You know what I mean? We got to go out there and fight. And, you know what I mean? We got to show these fans and ourselves, man, that we got grit, hard work, and we're going to go out there and keep competing regardless, despite of the record. But, yeah, so that's to that. We're just frustrated.
Please.
Yeah, Shaq, you guys always talk about playing complementary football. What that has to do when the defense is doing their job, the offense has got to be doing their job as well for you guys to do your job. How much so when the offense is struggling as much as it is it making it hard for you guys to do your job?
Man, that's the biggest thing, right? We can't really – it's complementary football, but we really can't worry about what the offense is doing. You know what I mean? We got to go out there and play our brand of football. We got to do what we got to do to get the offense the most chances they can go out there and score. You know what I mean? There's times where we ain't played well, the offense played well. There's times where, you know what I mean, vice versa. You know what I mean? But we got to go out there as a defense regardless and play our game. You know, we can't control what the offense does. They can't control what we do. You know what I mean? Even though we're a team, the offense got to do what they got to do. The defense got to do what they do. Then that's just what's going to make us come together as a team. You know what I mean? So, I mean, the biggest thing for the defense, I would say, is we need to create turnovers. You know what I mean? You see a lot of teams get turnovers on us, and we're not doing the same. Yeah, we might get some 3-and-outs and stuff like that. That's cool, but in order to change the game, we need turnovers. You know what I mean? Picks, sacks, forced fumbles. You know what I mean? We need to recover stuff like that. So in order to that, man, that's defense. As I speak on our play defense, man, we just got to do. I'm always gonna say we need to do a little bit better. Like I said, we played a hell of a game versus a hell of a team. You know what I mean? And we just had to find a way.